Good morning, students. Today's topic is The Voice of the Rain, the poem by Walt Whitman. About the poet Walt Whitman. Walter or Walt Whitman was born on May 31 in 1819 and he breathed his last on March 26, 1892. He is often regarded as the most remarkable and influential poet of United States. He is the one who has to his credit the invention of contemporary American literature as genre. He got many awards: Golden Kite Award for picture book illustration and many more. Introduction of the poem The Voice of the Rain. The poet has personified a drop of rain which replies to the poet's query. Now, this poem is actually an interesting dialogue between the poet and the drop of rain. When the poet asks the drop of rain who it replies that it is the poem of the earth. It then talks about its life cycle as to how it rises from the different forms of water bodies in the vapor form and moves up, condenses in clouds and returns back in the form of raindrops to quench its thirst of the earth, putting an end to the drought and settling the atomies of the earth. It even gives life to the dormant seeds lying under the bed of the earth. This cycle of evaporation, condensation, and precipitation goes on eternally. In this poem, a beautiful relation is drawn between rain and music. And now, the detailed summary of the poem. The poet asks the soft falling shower of rain who it is. Strangely enough, the rain gives reply to the poet and tells him that it is the poem of the earth. The rain calls itself the poem of the earth as poetry and rain both have rhythm and music. Both have the power to heal and rejuvenate the souls. Later on, it talks about its life cycle. The drop of rain says that it rises from the seas, rivers, and oceans in vaporous form without being noticed by anybody. It then condenses and forms clouds. These clouds move far and wide and decide to come down wherever they find dry land. When the rain falls, it quenches the thirst of the fields, people, and every form of life. It settles the atomies of the earth and gives life to the dormant seeds. It drenches the earth and prepares for its another life cycle. This water cycle continues forever, showering love over every creation of God and generating music into the lives of people. The poet also talks about a powerful metaphor, poem of the earth. Music needs no language. It is characterized by rhythm. Music is universal and it rejuvenates life with energy. It even makes life more livable and pleasurable. Now, the literary devices used in the poem. Personification. The poet uses a non living thing as a living thing in the poem. Example is I am the poem of the earth. Next, metaphor. An indirect comparison between the qualities of two different things. I am the poem of earth. Rain is being compared to a poem. Hyperbole, which means exaggerated statements. Now, example for this is bottomless sea. We then have the usage of imagery, which means visual description of something, which is soft falling shower. Also, we have oxymoron, which is a poetic device which involves the use of two contradictory words or ideas together. And the example is altogether changed and yet the same. We also have beautiful phrases and expressions used in this poem. Soft falling shower, which suggests that rain has soothing effect as it falls gently. Next, I am the poem of the earth, which means that rain is a beautiful creative force of earth. I rise impalpable, which means the rain rises from the surface of the earth unnoticed by people due to its vaporous form. Next, altogether changed yet the same. As water evaporates, it changes from liquid into vapors. Though it changes its form, yet it basically remains the same. The water and vapor can be transformed into each other. Next, I descend dust layers of globe. In this, the poet says that the rain once again descends on earth to complete its life cycle and hence helps in creating new life. So it makes it possible for itself to have a new cycle of life. Then, next is I give back life to my own origin, which means the rain originates from the earth, rises in vaporous form, make clouds, and descend back on earth. It replenishes and rejuvenates the water bodies and make the earth green again. Thus, it gives back life to its own origin and beautifies it. The cyclic pattern of rain purifies and beautifies the earth. Rain is the harbinger of life and rejuvenates the land. And lastly, in bracket, is for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns, which means the cycle of the rain is compared to a song, just as it rises from the earth in the form of vapors and comes back in the form of rain. It also originates from the heart of the poet. Song basically originates from the heart of the poet and come back to the heart of the poet in form of love from the readers. Both rain and music have rhythmic ability to thrill, both rejuvenate and beautify life. Both have a cyclic pattern. So this would be the end of the poem. Thank you all.